On this edition of Tacoma Report, Sionna Stallings-Ala'ilima is sworn in as permanent chief of the Tacoma Fire Department. The City of Tacoma raises the Transgender Pride Flag above the Tacoma Dome. We preview the upcoming Sustainability Expo. Important figures from throughout Hilltop history get a permanent place of honor with a new public art project along Martin Luther King Jr. Way. Get an inside look at TV Tacoma's brand new show, The 253, and enjoy highlights from this year's Daffodil Parade. These stories and more right now on Tacoma Report. Welcome to Tacoma Report. I'm Laura Proctor. At the April 1st City Council meeting, Sionna Stallings-Ala'ilima was appointed as chief of the Tacoma Fire Department. She was sworn in immediately afterwards. Chief Stallings-Ala'ilima had been serving as interim chief and steps into this permanent role after an 18-year career with the Tacoma Fire Department.
Mayor, council, and city manager, thank you so much for placing your trust and your faith in me. I am extremely honored and so proud to be serving my fire department and this community. I will not let you down.
After the swearing in, the new permanent chief celebrated with family and friends. A traditional Samoan haka was performed welcoming her into the leadership role. On March 31st, to commemorate International Transgender Day of Visibility, the Transgender Pride Flag was raised above the Tacoma Dome. For the past few years, the flag has been raised over City Hall, and this is the first time it has flown above the dome, fire headquarters, and police headquarters. Council member Ogie Diaz remarked, "March 31st is a moment for us to pause to honor and celebrate the tremendous perseverance and fortitude of trans people of all ages, backgrounds, and professions. This is an opportunity to speak in one voice to say, we see you, we affirm you, and there is community standing in support of you." The first phase of a Hilltop public art project is underway along Martin Luther King Jr. Way. A series of markers and plaques honoring important figures who shaped Hilltop history will be placed along the sidewalk in the coming months, the first two being installed on April 4th.
I feel elated, ecstatic about this opportunity that the city has presented to us to be able to recognize Ray Gibson, a member and a officer of the Ray Gibson Caballeros Club. He was a founder and an executive committee member, and he served as our club manager. If we don't have a place or a placard or something to recognize our past, we may forget the importance that is brought to our community. And it's important to recognize these type of things and keep those forever in our memories so that we can build a future for our youth to recognize from where we started to where we are now.
This April, the South Sound Sustainability Expo is bringing together organizations, businesses, and agencies all working toward a greener future. Stacy Minichello has more.
Mark your calendars for the 17th Annual South Sound Sustainability Expo, taking place on Saturday, April 26th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the University of Washington Tacoma campus, Prairie Lane Trail, and Tollefson Plaza.
The Sustainability Expo is a free, family-friendly event that connects local community members with organizations, for-profit businesses, government agencies, all dedicated to environmental sustainability. So the Expo gives us a space where these community members can meet, connect, learn more about the products and services offered right here in South Sound.
Over the past 17 years, the Expo has grown significantly, offering a diverse range of topics.
So everything from climate action to environmental justice to waste reduction and community cleanup programs. There's really something for everybody at the Expo. Whether you're inexperienced or have a lifetime of getting involved in environmentalism, we really try to structure the event so there's something for everybody.
This year, over 70 sustainably focused vendors will showcase products and services.
We'll have representatives from our City of Tacoma Solid Waste Division talking about community cleanup programs and waste management practices. We'll also have partners from Tacoma Public Utilities talking about home conservation programs, as well as Pierce County and Department of Ecology at the state agency as well.
There will also be dozens of local nonprofits, a pop-up forest, free plant swap, and much more.
The expo really provides a space to translate those big concepts into localized action that folks can take every day. So it's really all about connecting people with the products and services and resources we have here in the Tacoma and South Sound region that can make people be a part of working towards a more sustainable future.
Whether it's picking up tips on composting at home or connecting with a local community group, the expo offers countless ways to get involved.
I hope people leave feeling inspired and empowered and feeling like they're part of something bigger. And whether it be something small like learning how to compost at home or make your home more energy efficient through conservation practices or getting involved in a government commission or a community group, there's something for everybody, and we really want people to come with a takeaway that there's a number of ways you can get involved in environmentalism and sustainability and maybe learn something new.
For Tacoma Report, I'm Stacy Minichello.
No matter your experience level, there's an opportunity to learn, connect, and make a difference at the South Sound Sustainability Expo. For more information, including a list of participating vendors, visit the city site. On April 25th, it's time to party like it's 1975 at the Rebuilding Hope Sexual Assault Center Spring Soiree. In honor of April's Sexual Assault Awareness Month and Rebuilding Hope's 50th anniversary, you're invited to a groovy evening full of joyful giving and celebration, 70s glam style. This year's gala style event includes a full meal, hosted refreshments, and plenty of opportunities to participate in a raffle, plus a live auction. Funds raised will help support 24/7 compassionate and trauma-informed services to victims, survivors, and deliver education to the community that can prevent or disrupt sexual assault and abuse. After the break, TV Tacoma producer Mark McKittrick joins us with an inside look at the new program, The 253. Don't go away. Welcome back to Tacoma Report. Here at TV Tacoma, we're excited to debut a brand new program, The 253. Producer Mark McKittrick has been hard at work on this and joins us now to give an inside look. Welcome to the show, Mark.
Thank you, Laura. It's a pleasure to be on.
Absolutely. We have a few questions for you to share with our viewers about this new show. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So the 253 is City of Tacoma's newest program airing right here on TV Tacoma. Could you tell our viewers a little bit about the program?
I would love to, Laura. Thanks for asking.
Yes.
Yeah, so the 253 is what we call a magazine show. It's something that is a little bit of everything. All of the stories are thinking of like different articles about Tacoma. And specifically with this focus of the show, we want to get into the communities of Tacoma and really highlight all the things that are happening around town and the people that make those stories possible.
Okay. And so, Mark, can you tell our viewers, where did the idea for the program come from?
Thanks. That's a great question. Well, to be honest, it's something that TV Tacoma's always had a long history of doing. We had other programs in the past that used to go out into the community and tell these kind of stories. So we're basically on the success of our other sister program, Destiny City Rewind. We're going back and we're looking at those community members and organizations that had such an impact that when watching Destiny City Rewind today, people are really excited to look back to yesteryear. So now we're looking at the present and moving forward with that to show that the community is still there, it's still thriving, and that those neighborhood networks are still alive and well.
And you know, one of the things I love about the 253 is the fact that this is the community that you're actually talking to and getting feedback from. So I think that's really awesome that the community is able to participate in the new show.
Absolutely. We didn't want to have a central figure on this one. We really wanted to have a show about Tacoma, for Tacomans, and have Tacomans be the voice telling the story about their own adventures and their own engagement with their city and with their home and with their neighbors.
Right, right. A little more personal.
Absolutely.
And so can you tell our viewers what are some of the inspirations for the different segments of the show?
Well, that's a great question because everywhere, I'm relatively new to Tacoma.
Okay.
I just moved here about 2.5 years ago. And I've got to say, Tacoma's been a very, very welcoming city to me and opening its doors. Really, the inspirations for these segments are seeing the community. You can't go a day without seeing 5 potential stories that are amazing in Tacoma. And I don't want to go on the bandwagon of it's a gritty city and it's true grit, but it really is. There's an amazing authenticity about the folks in this city. And it's my charge, my stewardship to try to hold on to that and really promote what the people of Tacoma are doing.
And it's really refreshing to hear from someone who's new to the area how welcoming Tacoma has been. So that's really good to hear too. And I'm glad that you're having that experience.
Why, thank you.
So in regards to the audience, who would you say is the audience for the show? For example, it's not just a Tacoma thing, or is there a greater range of people?
Well, I'm still learning those footsteps as I go, because I'm also very aware that Tacoma is a very proud city, and they want to, they want to keep their jewels. They want to keep their things to themselves, and I love that. So I'm doing the best I can to highlight the things that everybody is proud of and a part of. But there are a lot of stories here, but because the way the community is, Tacomans have an impact. So the good things that happen here are felt in the South Sound. So it's really for everybody, but mostly it's for the folks at Tacoma to see themselves and be proud of the work that they're doing.
Absolutely. And so, Mark, can you tell our viewers when and where they can see the show?
So you can now watch it on TV Tacoma here as we're watching this, and also it is being promoted on the City of Tacoma's YouTube channel. And so a quick Google search of that will show up. You just type in City of Tacoma, the 253, and poof, there we are.
Okay. So, and Mark, what are some of the goals for this program?
The goals of this program, as a producer, I really just, again, want to underscore that it's a show about community, and there is a very strong community in Tacoma, a very proud community of Tacomans that really want and deserve to hear the stories of themselves. So the goal is really to just embrace that energy and that sense of neighborly teamwork and sharing that is evident. You can't go block to block without seeing it somewhere. It's just so, it's the roots of this city at times where, neighbors will help neighbors, and, like-minded people will drive across town to help people if they need a hand because they align with, seeing things like, so our first episode, the Tacoma Light Trail. That was something that started in just the downtown New Tacoma area during the early days of COVID when people were isolated and segmented. And the founder of the organization said, we've got to get people back together in a safe way. We've got to keep that community fire lit. How do we do this? Let's do a driving, walking, biking tour of installations of art throughout the city. So that right there shows that even Tacomans knew, we can't let those fires die down. Let's build that community however we can. And then another segment with the first episode about the Tacoma Library reimagining of the main branch. Everybody from the city came together on all of the surveys and the outreach that the Tacoma Library Department did with the community to really hear what the community wanted to see in their new library. So instead of just a unilateral decision like, oh, we can afford to do this, they said, well, let's hear the community. And let's see what we can fit in. And it's amazing. The feedback on that story has been absolutely just glowing. So I take no credit for that because that was everybody that showed up to the library grand opening. That brought that energy to town. Well,
final question for you. So is there any sneak peek into the next episode that you can share with us?
Well, I can't give too much away. But yes, we are going to be taking a bird's eye view of Tacoma and the neighborhoods that make it up. Every locality has a little bit of different flavor. And so I want to just kind of give, a 30,000-foot view of each neighborhood and what are some of the hot spots? What are some of the gems? What are some of the favorite parks? What are some of the places that people go to communicate with their neighbors or just find a quiet peace of mind in their own back 40. You
Right,
know, so
right.
we're going to be delving into the neighborhoods of Tacoma, and hopefully people will get to see a little spot of their own and say, "I know that spot. That's great."
Exactly.
I'm glad someone brought mention to that because it's one of their favorites.
Right. Well, you know, Mark, I appreciate the fact that you are bringing this all together. I'm excited to check out the show, and as I'm, sure our viewers are as well. And thank you for all the work that you're doing on this.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Laura. Thank you so
Of
much.
course.
This has been great.
Well, we want to see you back with an update. And again, thank you for everything that you've put into the 253, and we're looking forward to hearing more on it.
Wonderful.
All right. Thanks, Mark. Coming up after the break, we'll look at highlights from the 2025 Daffodil Parade and opportunities to help beautify Tacoma this Earth Day. Don't go away. Welcome back to the show. 2025 marks the 92nd year of the Daffodil Festival, and the Grand Floral Parade was held on Saturday, April 5th. Producer Dan Strothman was there and brings us the highlights.
I love the togetherness. I really do. I like the community and how they come out and support each other.
I love the cheerleaders and the bands. They kept on shooting their cannons and it made me feel really happy.
Because it's an important part of the community, just seeing all the different floats and seeing everyone come out. It feels like everyone's inside so much nowadays, so seeing everyone just out and about and supporting the community and waving and having a great time is an important thing.
Mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing.
The 64th Annual Junior Daffodil Parade will be held on April 26th at 10 a.m. in the Proctor District. To find out more, go to juniordaffodilparade.com. On April 19th, Tacoma celebrates Earth Day with multiple ways to participate. One opportunity is at the McKinley Overlook Planting Party. On Saturday, April 19th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., join the City and Pierce Conservation District in transforming this revitalized green space. Volunteers will plant 550 native plants, enhancing urban wildlife habitat and creating a beautiful community space. Explore the new walking path, connect with neighbors, and enjoy breathtaking views. Sign up today and be part of this community-driven project. Visit the project webpage for more details. Another way to help beautify Tacoma is the Litter-Free 253 Cleanup citywide event held at several locations. On April 19th between 9 and 11 a.m., volunteers will be provided with supplies needed to safely collect litter and will get some swag when they return from picking it up. Participants are encouraged to dress for rain or sun, wear thick-soled shoes, long pants, long-sleeve shirts, and bright colors or safety vests. Bring rubber or latex gloves or pick up disposable gloves at the event. Bring your litter grabber if you have one. For more information, including locations and how to sign up, visit facebook.com/litterfree253. The Point Defiance Flower and Garden Festival is now accepting vendor applications for 2025. Held at Point Defiance Park on June 7th and 8th, the festival is a showcase of gardening in the Pacific Northwest with hands-on programming, demonstrations, garden tours, food trucks, shopping, lectures, live music, and a beer and wine garden. This indoor-outdoor event is perfect for expert gardeners, budding plant lovers, or those who just enjoy stopping to smell the roses. The deadline to register as a vendor is Tuesday, May 20th, and more information can be found at parkstacoma.gov/PTD Flower Garden Fest. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Tacoma Report. For more information on events taking place around the city and how you can get involved, visit cityoftacoma.org. To play us out, here is some more from the Daffodil Parade. I'm Laura Proctor. Stay tuned and stay connected.